Noreen and welcome to my kitchen. I had a frozen pork loin in the freezer and I wanted to use it for supper, so we're going to make this a slow-cooked pork roast with apples, onions, and potatoes, and it's positively luscious. Let's go see how we threw this together. What you're going to need is super simple. This is just me using up what I have available and on hand. I have a pork roast here. I actually buy the loin whole and I cut it in half. We had the first half for New Year's Day and we're going to have the rest of it today. This happens to be frozen and I weighed it to make sure I could tell you how much it is. It's about 3.5 pounds. What I have in my crock pot vessel is a mishmash of baby carrots and matchstick carrots and about a half a dozen stalks of celery that I just threw in the bottom. This is going to facilitate making like a rack for the meat to roast in. We're also going to use 2 Granny Smith apples that I have cored and sliced and 2 large yellow onions that I have cut into 8ths. We're going to season this up. I have an entire head of garlic. Yes, I know, an entire head. That's been peeled, and we're going to throw those in there. And then we're going to season the meat up with a little bit of brown sugar, and this is optional, but it's just going to lend a little additional sweetness to the natural sweetness from the apples and the carrots, and it's going to bring everything together. It's also going to go really well with the roasted flavor of the garlic after it's cooked for quite a while. And the only dry spices I'm going to use are my homemade poultry seasoning. And then for some liquid, I have about 2 cups of organic better than bouillon that I have rehydrated. This is just I had the end of a jar, so I just threw some hot water in there and dissolved it and threw it in here. This is the kind of bouillon that I use if I don't have any home canned stock. So this is just some rehydrated chicken base, and the brand is Better Than Bouillon. And now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to build this. Let me put the apples and the onions here, just in the bottom of the crock. You don't have to break up the onion. You don't worry about it. It's all going to be good. No worries. I'm going to move this over here for you, though. I am also going to scatter my garlic in here. And then let's just pop our roast right on top. That's going to make it super easy. I'm just going to sprinkle. I'm not going to rub. I'm just going to toss it all in here. This is the beauty of a crock pot meal, as many of you already know. And I'm going to take a couple of healthy spoonfuls. This is like an iced teaspoon, and I'm just going to sprinkle over. We're not measuring a whole lot. I will write a recipe for you guys, and then you'll have something to refer to. And in with our liquid right in the bottom. And then we're going to go ahead and take this over. Pop the lid on it. Set it on high, and we'll be back in about 6 hours and we'll show you what it looks like. Alright. This has been cooking almost 5 hours. And the meat is done, and everything is kind of come together in the bottom. The vegetables are all cooked through, and the apple and the onion, the garlic, the carrots, the celery, everything is good. Now, the only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some potatoes. And I have about 2 pounds of red potatoes here that I have washed and quartered. So, and I lost one back here. So I'm just going to put these in the crock pot, and I'm going to let this cook for another hour, hour and a half or so, and then we're going to have supper. And that is how you make an easy, easy dinner. We'll be back when it's time to serve this up. This beautiful pork roast sliced like a dream. It's sliced like butter. I'm not kidding. And it's absolutely gorgeous. So let's go ahead and have Rick give this a taste. He had a really rough night, and he's been sleeping a good portion of the day, so it's time for a really good dinner. Ready? Mm-hmm. The meat is absolutely succulent. It melts in your mouth. And all those flavors from the slow-cooked onions and the apples. The apples have pretty much kind of disintegrated. They're in here, and you can taste them. They really infused into the meat, along with all of that wonderful garlic. And just enough celery that you can taste it. And this is just a wonderful slow-cooked meal. So if you haven't been using your slow cooker, or you've never used a slow cooker before, get it out and throw a roast in there. You saw, I put this in there frozen, and it came out delicious and beautiful and tender, and you didn't have to babysit it. I literally didn't take the lid off this thing until I put the potatoes in it when you saw me do that, and it was ready. So that's what we're having for dinner tonight. A super easy slow-cooked pork roast with apples and onions, carrots and celery. I hope you give this a try. I hope it inspires you to get your crock pot out and either use it for the first time or use it again. I mean, everyone should use their crock pot often. So I hope you try this, and I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya. For joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you liked what you watched today, and I hope that you try it, and I hope that you love it. If you like what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're already not a subscriber so that you don't miss out on any of the fun we have here in our kitchen every single day. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to come by tomorrow. Until next time, happy eating!